making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. That's caught, it's Watkins. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so...
Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
To this one now, back to work with this 7-0 lead. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And they're not on the same page there.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense and coverage forcing the incomplete.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Off play action. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown tie. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The toss to the outside. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Berry. Turning it on. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud recently. Like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He might want another play. Wants to keep it in the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Took just one play and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Let's talk about Alabama. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Takes it the other way. The 20. Touchdown, Tiger. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And what a great job by the linebacker that time. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, sitting in zone coverage. QB stared his target down. Not only does he pick it off, but he shows you the athleticism, taking it back all the way for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
On target to the left. He'll work his way down to the 28. Alabama pushing the tempo. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of... to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more...
He's loose. He's at the 40. He now has 61 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
The throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
They got it, it's blocked. That's a live ball, defense has it.
And man, did you see that defender climb the ladder? How high did he jump to block that field goal? That was amazing.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll run play action. Lobs it off the back foot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Craver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Going to swing it on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll get rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's in open space downfield. He's got 67 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. To the air. It's Van Buren. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. With the catch, it's Hill. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the shot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Makes a move. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll open this third quarter with a run.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And it's frustrating because you go into half, and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created.
Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning. Game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. I'll tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here we go. Snapped it in the shotgun. That's caught. It's Craven. Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Dances away to buy time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. Got enough space. Touchdown Tide! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
LSU 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's touchdown. And nobody's been able to hold that Tiger as LSU builds its lead over Alabama.
And listen, both these teams knew coming into this one that the more physical team was going to get it done, David, and that's been the Tigers, right? On both sides of the ball. They have been dominating in this game.
And putting up points, too. When LSU gets their offense going, they are so hard to beat. Rivalry game, regular game, whatever it is, this offense is cooking.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. This guy can throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Grab near the marker. It's Van Buren. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Throwing right. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the
Give him 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Set to kick it away.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Okay, break.
He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Finds his man. It's Durham. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. LSU quick to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
That's reeled in. It's Watkins. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 13 over Northern Illinois. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They go to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Williams.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to scramble. On the run, deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Takes a snap, wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Coleman. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete on the right side. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Looking to throw again. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. LSU right back to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Plows through the defense. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Leaves it with the back. Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground.
He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. It looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
41.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. He wants to change this route. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown tie. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Crimson Tide!